Welcome back to Meghan and Harry Tales. I'm your host, Adrian, and today we need to talk about a developing story that the tabloids are already twisting to attack Meghan Markle. It's deeply unfair, and once again it exposes just how far people are willing to go to drag Meghan into a situation that is not her fault. Today, a family divided by oceans and history faces pain under the world's gaze. Before we judge, let's pause and remember the fragility of human hearts. In the quiet between angry words, we find a gentler truth, one that honors pain on all sides. In every story, let's remember the universal need for peace and dignity. Recently, a powerful earthquake struck the Philippines, shaking lives and homes. Among those affected was Thomas Markle, father of Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Far from his birthplace, he faced the terror and uncertainty of disaster. In such moments, our first response should be compassion, not conflict. The focus must be on recovery, safety, and the well-being of all those impacted. Thomas's ordeal is part of a larger story of resilience and community. It's a reminder that, in crisis, what matters most is reassurance and support. Let's meet this story with empathy, as we would for any person in distress. The real story is about human vulnerability and the need for kindness. Let's not let other narratives overshadow that. As the earth settled, a different tremor began, this time in the media. Instead of focusing on Thomas Markle's safety, headlines turned his hardship into a spectacle. Meghan's half-sister, Samantha, used the moment to attack, not to help. The tabloids eagerly amplified the drama, painting Meghan as uncaring. The real human story was lost beneath blame and sensationalism. This is a patterned family pain, twisted for profit, empathy replaced by outrage. Who benefits? Not Thomas, not Meghan, not the public, only those who profit from division. Outrage sells better than empathy, so the flames are fanned, no matter who gets burned. We must see through this and remember the people behind the headlines. To understand today's pain, we must look to the past. Meghan's estrangement from her father began before her wedding, under intense public scrutiny. Her father's staged paparazzi photos and paid interviews were betrayals of trust. Private pleas for quiet were met with public broadcasts, deepening the wound. Each interview made reconciliation harder, turning private pain into public spectacle. The issue was not a lack of love, but a loss of trust. Meghan's distance was a response to repeated public betrayals, not abandonment. This is a story of self-protection, not cruelty. In nature, every creature has a way to protect itself. For humans, it's boundaries. Setting boundaries isn't cold, it's self-preservation. For Meghan, distance from her father and half-sister was necessary for peace. It stopped the cycle of private pain becoming public drama. This isn't punishment, it's protection for her own family. Boundaries are often misread as neglect, but they're acts of care for oneself. True compassion doesn't require endless self-sacrifice. We all have the right to decide who we allow into our lives. Meghan's choice is universal, an affirmation of her right to peace. Every person deserves that right without judgment. There's a line between public interest and private grief, but the media often erases it. Thomas Markle's ordeal became tabloid fodder, his pain exploited for entertainment. Real people were reduced to characters in a never-ending drama. The truth of their relationship was lost, replaced by a caricature that sells. This isn't journalism, it's the manufacturing of outrage. The tabloids know drama sells, so they invent feuds and amplify pain. We must recognize when our empathy is being manipulated. Dignity matters more than drama. Family pain should never be a commodity. Ultimately, this is a story about how we treat one another. Meghan Markle faces relentless scrutiny and double standards. Even her healthy boundaries are twisted into cruelty by the press. The constant criticism takes a real toll, yet she continues to build a purposeful life. Let's resist the culture of blame and choose empathy over outrage. Remember the complex history and respect private boundaries. Offer compassion to all involved, a suffering father, a daughter under siege. We can seek truth with open hearts, not consume stories designed to divide. Let's call for decency in media and extend respect to Meghan and all families. In a noisy world, let's be a voice for quiet understanding and kindness. This is what's exhausting about the coverage of Meghan Markle. Even in a moment of real human crisis, her name gets dragged through the mud. Instead of offering empathy, her estranged family and the tabloids weaponized tragedy to generate headlines. But here, at Meghan and Harry Tales, we'll continue to call it out. Meghan deserves to live her life free from these constant attacks, and we won't let the truth be buried under tabloid spin. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you're tired of the double standards and want more honest coverage of Meghan and Harry. Until next time, I'm Adrian, and this has been Meghan and Harry Tales.